Okay, fine. I get it. Probably legally have to pay tribute to Lucasfilm, and you paid for this fancy Star Wars logo thing. It takes forever and it's a bit over the top, but now that we've got that out of the way, another logo for Clone Wars? It's not even the show. I mean, I know this is a spin-off, but do we really need... And here comes the logo for the actual show title, because God forbid someone is watching that doesn't know what show they clicked on 40 seconds ago, but fine, you did your thing and we finally got through it, and at least you won't add yet another title for the title of the episode after. Damn it!
Separatists, push to the brink.
Trying to disguise your blatant expositional narration by pretending it's some sort of old-timey cinema newsreel kind of thing. Just for trying to sneak a bias, I'm adding a sin for the narration, exposition, news entertainment, and the death of cinema. Also, this section is meant to clear things up before launching this new series, but really, I'm just more confused, combined with a sneaking suspicion that nothing will be cleared up by the end of the next 70 minutes.
Led by Jedi Master Depa Balaba.
Depa Balaba? Am I the only one that thinks Star Wars names feel like someone's just trying to make up rhymes for a 90s hip-hop? Wish I was a little bit taller. Wish I was a baller. Wish I had a girl who looked good, I would call her. Wish I had a Jedi in a hat with a bat and called Depa Balaba. These droids should think more strategically about communication. Why scream fire for all to hear when you can make a robot noise and your enemy would be none the wiser of your intentions?
Where are they?
Caleb?
Trust me.
Using trust me as an answer to an important question in a life or death struggle. Camping.
Hey, Clanker, catch! Huh?
Hey, Bobby, you really think we need our battle droids to have personalities on the battlefield? Of course. And when stuff happens, they can make funny statements and it'll be hilarious. Damn it, Bobby, not everything has to be an homage to the Three Stooges. We needed those things like yesterday. F you, Frank, I'm an artist. Ah, yes, because the best way to ensure that you won't topple off the side of the cliff with the ship is to jump on top of it and roll over it instead of stepping to the side.
Watching your team in action was the fun.
I know this FPJ cameo as young Caleb Doom is fun and all, but that 45-year-old voice does not go with that teenage face. And whatever the uncanny valley is for sound, this character has set up residence there.
You ready for this? We move fast.
The Bad Batch acts as though the kid hasn't seen them move before, when in actuality, Caleb was the one to bring them to the fight. Very few of these shots Balaba's blocking are even going to hit her, and these clone troopers are shooting at point-blank range. Starting to wonder if it maybe was the stormtroopers that went to the clone trooper school of aiming at things.
What just happened?
You watched a Jedi get gunned down while you were close enough to help out. That's what. I mean, Caleb seems to be doing pretty well against two foes. You'd think his Jedi Master would have been able to take out the clone troopers that attacked her earlier, running with your lightsaber activated. And I know some of the experienced Jedi do it, but you're still a Padawan, Caleb, and not running with dangerous things in your hand is like the first page of things Jedi parents have to say. It's right up there with don't sit too close to the TV and where did that womp rat come from and why did you just put it in your mouth? Person being chased runs into a cliff and must decide whether or not to jump cliché.
No!
Leaping with an active lightsaber. Young man, if you do not shape up, I will turn this speeder around right now. Damn, that's gorgeous. And symbolic too. Some of the best modern Star Wars material is on the animated side of things, and that deserves a sin off. How is this convenient? Let me count the ways. It's convenient that the Jedi was somehow still holding this lightsaber when killed. It's convenient that whomever took care of the body left the saber in their hand despite it being a fairly decent collector's item and probably worth a pretty penny on Facebook Marketplace. It's convenient that the Jedi was left-handed. It's convenient that at this very moment that hand decided to jostle loose. And it's convenient that whatever species of Jedi this is apparently doesn't experience any kind of rigor mortis that would have kept the saber firmly in place.
They manipulated pre-existing aberrations in our DNA, resulting in your brute strength, Crosshair's sharpshooting skills, Hunter's enhanced senses, and my exceptional mind.
This textposition of each member's abilities is so unnecessarily specific, they might as well have just cut to character sheets so I could see their modifiers.
The damage you sustained on Skako Minor.
That's it. No more names or places or people or food or games or French New Wave cinema or whatever the hell you guys are talking about.
My name's Omega. I was wondering when you guys would come back.
And I'm wondering, for the love of Kiwi, why a Star Wars character would have a distinct dialect from an island on a planet that is apparently a long time in the future in a galaxy far, far away. Unless you're saying there's a Naboo Zealand in this universe, and they specifically cloned her with that dialect in mind, in which case, tell yourself whatever you want to sleep at night. But I've got a job to do.
You're Clone Force 99.
People keep saying this Clone Force 99 thing like I'm supposed to know what it means. I'm sorry, was I supposed to do homework before jumping into this? You can get arrested for doing that kind of stuff around here. In fact, I think it's considered our lone felony. Felony? Good to see they were able to use the CG rendering of Tarkin from Rogue One without having to make a single adjustment. Smart and efficient. At some point during this meeting, I realized how frustratingly bright it is. Can you imagine trying to concentrate in an illuminated room like this? How are his pupils not pinpricks right now?
I like to blow things up. Because I like to blow things up!
Audio of Michael Bay responding to studio notes somehow makes it into the episode.
Check it out. The Defect Squad's got themselves a new recruit.
Considering 0 other clones have stopped to mock the Bad Batch, I suppose that means this one's defect is his SAS gene being turned all the way up. These benches.
I suggest you keep moving.
Okay, so now the other clone gets to make a wisdom saving throw against Hunter's spell save, which should be very boring considering they're the same person.
That's it!
I know animation studios cut costs by reusing animation, but does Disney even realize that they use the same character model for all of these troopers? Cheapskates.
I am AZ3452189624649872137.
That's not a name. That's a YouTube link.
Guess you didn't find that mess hall fight amusing. Oh, but I sure did.
Honestly, by this point, I'm surprised they named the character Wrecker instead of just big guys are dumb and brutish cliche Jones.
Where do you think you're going? The training facility is that way. Training facility?
With their ability to speak instantly to each other, you'd think someone would have been able to tell them where to go without depending on the random encounter in the hallway. Here, I'll summarize the next 6 minutes for you. Pew pew pew, dive, roll, scoot. Oh no! Nope, we're good. The end.
Switch to live fire.
Live rounds could damage my clones and my facility.
But I've also got a dozen or so fully functional live round robots installed and at the ready, despite my misgivings, because what the hell? YOLO, baby! Why leap down inside of those that are shooting at you, rather than, oh, I don't know, exiting down the back side of the tower out of the enemy's line of sight? Also, you have as much cover up there as you do on the ground and a much better view of everything. Why would you give that up? It was over, Crosshair. You had the high ground.
Let us see where the loyalty of these clones truly lies.
So lucky for the plot that Omega just happens to walk around everywhere with Nala Se all day, even to super important meetings.
We're not alone.
You would think that Tech would have seen the heat signature of people sneaking up on them pretty easily, but nope.
You're Saw Gerrera, trained by Captain Rex and General Skywalker to fight for the Republic.
You're 6'2", have a 35 inseam, and use Colgate whitening toothpaste for sensitive teeth. Now that we've got all that out of the way, can we please get back to the story?
All now displaced refugees, since Palpatine unjustly appointed himself Emperor.
This scene politics on for some time. In other words, yep, it's a Star Wars show. Some people may watch that and be impressed with Hunter's instincts and aim, but the rest of us are screaming, what if that had been a person?
The fifth is Omega. I confirmed my suspicions after analyzing her DNA while we were in the infirmary.
Oh, you mean that time you briefly walked into the infirmary and walked back out a moment later, never once looking at anything other than your friends for 2 minutes? Also, basing all your assumptions on genetic makeup. Do you even Gattaca, bro?
And you waited until now to mention it?
Advanced Recon Commando Clone Corporal CT-1409 would be excellent at TVSins.
Shh, people will hear us.
Don't worry, Omega, the scriptwriters already know where you are. It's the only way to explain how when you need to overhear important information, you just happen to be tied to Nala Se's hip. But when the plot needs you alone, you're free to wander.
Throw them in the brig.
And make sure they're all in the same room so they can do some more character work and team building escape exercises. Oh, and make sure it's the same cell Omega is already in. We're already an hour in, and we need to get this finale moving.
You know what you should work on? Explaining when you went soft.
That's not how you fix that problem, Discount Deadshot. The pressure just makes it worse.
I've got it. Why didn't I think of it before?
Because it would have been weird to have this revelation 5 minutes into the show when you were taking out droids. Fits here better.
Get to the console and hit the lever to lower the ray shield.
She's climbing into a wall. Do you know how many assumptions you have to make to think that she can get from that wall to that switch? All of them. You have to make all the assumptions. Do TV shows not know how helmets work? Asking for a YouTube channel.
Seal the bay doors, sir! Someone's overriding the controls!
What? If not Lion King's Nala wanted to help, aren't there a million things she could have done before now? And how does she know they needed her right now? And why does her tablet have bay door controls? Deus Ex Nala doesn't even begin to cover it.
Strap in, kid.
Hunter then avoids strapping himself in before the ship takes off at hyperspeed. Come on, Hunter, kids learn by example. They learn it by watching you, okay?
I am most commonly known as a borrowed ladder. A degenerate.
Did you know that we create monthly exclusive videos for our Sin Club members? Bonus outtakes.
I don't know, Peter. Meth is a hell of a drug.
Extra Sins videos.
Strange things are afoot at the Circle K.
And even member-chosen Sin commentaries.
I love this. I love this kind of a sin because it's so silly.
Pick our next video and see the exclusives at patreon.com/cinemasins or click the link in the description below.
Spider-Man is not a parade. You do not need to stop traffic for Spider-Man.
Hey, kid. You ready for this? We move fast.
Speed. I am speed.
Stay back! Stay back!
You should know, if you come any closer, I'm not letting you go.
They manipulated pre-existing aberrations in our DNA, resulting in your brute strength, Crosshair's sharpshooting skills, Hunter's enhanced senses, and my exceptional mind.
So that's it? What, we some kind of suicide squad?
She is my medical assistant.
Mother, what's a long neck?
That's what we are, dear.
Hello, CT-1409.
His name is Echo.
What? That's what we should call it. Echo. Your name is Echo.
There's nothing missing in our lives back home. We're here to make a difference. We believe all lives are special.
Some live, some no.
She's one of us.
I know it's not your fault.
It's not your fault. I know. It's not your fault. I know. No, you don't. It's not your fault. I know. It's not your fault. All right? It's not your fault. It's not your fault.